Good evening. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce a special award tonight that will be presented to my dear colleague, mentor, and friend, Dr. Betty L. Siegel. Dr. Siegel, by the way, has served as the honorary chair for the Atlanta Host Committee for this institute, so I'm sure you would like to give her your thanks for that. The H. Rowe Bartle Momentum Award is a new award for the Nonprofit Leadership Alliance. Named after the Alliance's founder, H. Rowe Bartle, the Momentum Award recognizes an individual, a group, or an organization that has strengthened Mr. Bartle's original vision and has better enabled the Alliance to fulfill its mission of providing the social sector with a talented, prepared workforce. This award recognizes exceptional contributions and achievements that have significantly enhanced the Alliance and certified nonprofit professional credential in a sustainable, long-term way. More than anyone I know, Dr. Siegel completely embodies the criteria for this award. Dr. Siegel, a widely recognized trailblazer for women in public service, served as the first female president in the University System of Georgia. For 25 years, Dr. Siegel led Kennesaw State University, and she was and remains, I'm pretty sure, the longest-serving female president in the country. During her long tenure, Dr. Siegel built KSU into, and I'm using her words, a university that matters, not just for what we teach, but for how we teach people to live the good life, and that is a life of service. Under her leadership, student enrollment increased more than fivefold, from 3,500 students to over 18,000. She strengthened educational programming to match, growing 15 degree programs into 55 majors and degrees. One of those programs was the Nonprofit Leadership Alliance. This program perfectly reflects the values that Dr. Siegel has dedicated her personal and professional life to, building community leaders with ethics, character, and integrity. She strongly believes that education must be grounded in the basic human values of respect, trust, optimism, intentionality, and service. By making character education available through learning institutions, she knows that students, alumni, and educators will share their character knowledge through their example. It was these core principles that led her to launch and grow KSU's Nonprofit Leadership Alliance program, where she saw scores of young college graduates launch social sector careers to the benefit of our communities. I feel incredibly blessed to have been able to work closely with Betty Siegel for over 25 years. During her long tenure as president, I was privileged to have a front row seat to watch this incredible, visionary, and incomparable leader and teacher. Now, I will not begin to even try to tell you what I have learned from her, but I want to, and I'll be quick, give you 6 very short defining characteristics that I believe make Betty Siegel so very exceptional. First, her unbelievable capacity for meaningful work. She apparently has boundless energy for work that matters and has as its primary purpose to make the world a better place. For Betty, work is not simply a job or a career, as I have heard her say countless times to our students. Education is far more than just a collection of courses or a ticket to a trade. Secondly, closely aligned to her passion for meaningful work is her sense of balance and the focus on what truly matters in life. I will never forget her analogy of the rubber balls that can be dropped without any permanent damage, and the glass balls that represent our most important values and priorities, and therefore must be handled with the utmost care. Number 3, without question, Betty Siegel is the consummate servant leader. She strongly believes in education that serves the public good and strengthens the fabric of our society. I can hear Betty say, as she so often did and does, service is the rent you pay on the time and space you spend on this earth. Number 4, she taught me a lot about the power of collaboration. She's very well known for her frequent use of Alex Haley's observation that every time you see a turtle on a fence post, you know it did not get there by itself. I learned from Betty that we are all together better when we are all together. She would point out that by ourselves, we might have a few really good ideas, but when we gather ourselves together and work for a common purpose, then we multiply those good ideas many times over. Number 5, Dr. Siegel is an amazing student of leadership, and she does inspire all who work with her to be the best leader they can possibly be. Working with her is like being in a classroom on leadership, taught by a master teacher. Her passionate commitment to ethical leadership is an important part of the legacy she left at KSU. Listen to this distinction. There are some people who do things right, but they may be the wrong things. There are others who do the right things, but in the wrong way. Perhaps Betty's greatest gift to our university is that she did the right things in the right way. Finally, the 6th defining characteristic of Betty Siegel, in my opinion, is that at her core, she genuinely loves other people. She is truly interested in everyone she meets, and her warm, engaging personality is a magnet to others. Indeed, Betty seems to have an internal light that quite naturally draws other people to her. Priest and writer Henri Nouwen notes that there are those people who speak the language of our heart and give us courage. These people, Nouwen says, are our guides, not to be imitated, but to help us live our lives just as authentically as they live theirs. When we have found such guides, he says, we have good reason to be grateful, and even better reason to listen attentively to what they have to say. Dr. Betty Siegel has without question been that guide and mentor for me. And what she has done for me in terms of inspiration and motivation, she has done for many, many others. Her unflappable optimism, her gracious, inviting manner, and her insistence on ethics and character all have been hallmarks of Dr. Siegel's leadership style. I'm confident that she has made a profound impact on the lives of countless others in the same way that she has mine. Quite simply, I cannot imagine my life without the influence of Betty Siegel. It is now my distinct honor and great pleasure to present the first ever H. Rowe Bartle Momentum Award to Dr. Betty L. Siegel.
I don't know when I've been introduced so lovingly and so nicely. Nancy King, we have just been longtime friends and colleagues. And I think that any successes that we've had at Kennesaw State, Nancy brought to us a true love of the term student success. Not academic success, of course, well, that's expected, but student success in all aspects of life. Please join me in thanking her for her remarkable contributions to our campus. Thank you. I'm so grateful to those conferring this distinction on me this evening and to all who are assembled here. Please know that I'm truly honored and humbled by this recognition. And I'm so excited that it was Nancy King, that exemplar of service and leadership and friendship, said such nice words about me. And so I can only say to all of you, in Shakespeare's words, I can no other answer make, but thanks. And thanks, and ever thanks. Please allow me a moment to make two brief dedications here. In part, you're recognizing me this evening for my career in teaching, a career that has now spanned nearly 6 decades. So to my fellow teachers at all levels throughout our great nation, I'm very proud to be in your number. Day after day, in good times, in bad, you go about your task of nurturing those in your charge, helping them to develop skills and attitudes and abilities and values to serve them not only in making a living, but in making a life. You help them to acquire the tools and make the judgments that contribute to their well-being and to our common good and theirs. I applaud you. My second dedication is to all those who will be and to all those who are now working and leading in our nonprofit sector. I'm very proud to be associated with you for all these years. I admire you for your dedication, your exemplary service to our community and our common good, your unstinting and selfless commitment to creating a brighter, better world. You have a vision to create for our world what the poet Alan Brown John refers to as a commonwealth of decency, a world within all people have a decent opportunity to create for themselves a decent life of their own choosing. It will be a struggle to create such a world, but struggle we must, and struggle we will. I conclude with the words of a great poet I admire, Nikos Kazantzakis. These are his words. I struggle to signal my companions, to say in time a word, a password. Let us unite. Let us hold each other tightly. Let us give to this world a brain and a heart. Let us give human meaning to the superhuman struggle. To the struggle. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my.
Oh, thanks so much.